This is me preparing to cry on command while also spinning a basketball on my finger.
Action.
Welcome to How to Learn Anything, the show where I do my best to learn two unrelated skills from scratch and combine them to do something ridiculous. In this episode, I want to learn how to cry on command. If by some miracle I am able to do that, then I will try to master the art of spinning a basketball on my finger. Then I will combine these two skills in a dramatic movie scene between a young basketball player and his coach. I'm not that worried about learning how to spin a basketball on my finger, but honestly, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to cry on command. I don't cry that much as it is, and when I do cry, it takes a lot to get me there. So the first thing I gotta figure out is this even a skill that I can learn?
I think it is. I think everybody's born with the ability to emote, and I think we just learn not to.
This is professional actress and comedian Sue Kent.
If you want to develop this skill, you kind of have to be able to feel your emotions when they start to come and not sort of tamp them down. Do you tamp down your feelings, Stephen?
Yeah, of course. I tamp down my emotions sometimes.
Did you just say, of course? Down my emotions?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't tamp down their emotions?
I was very nervous during this interview. Talking about feelings is scary.
So if you want to get serious about being able to cry on command, you have to do some homework, and that homework is letting the feelings come out when they start to percolate. And the more often you do it, the closer they are to the surface, ready to come out when you need them to.
After Sue made crying on command look like a walk in the park,
Can you see him?
it was time for me to give this a shot.
Okay, practicing learning how to cry on command. What do I do? First, I think I'm just gonna try and think of something really, really sad and just try and make it happen. No. When I was in college and a girl would break up with me, I'd have this album that I listened to every single time. So I'm gonna give that a shot, see how that feels, and try and access those memories of having my heart broken. I don't know if you could see it in my face, but that song definitely took me back to a couple pretty rough breakups, and I really felt those emotions coming up. But then I think I started to overthink it and pushed it back down. I don't think it's there anymore, but I think I was getting a little bit of moisture. So I don't think this is gonna be impossible. Okay, it's day 2, and I'm thinking that I just need to remember what it feels like to cry, because it's been a decent amount of time since I've last cried. So today I'm just gonna watch a bunch of really sad videos on the internet and see if that gets the waterworks going. Videos that make you cry. Oh wow. Try not to cry challenge. 99.999% will cry. Let's give this a shot. It's an old man taking care of a dog. I feel like this dog is gonna die. Oh, he just realized it's someone else's dog. He's gonna have to give it up. I don't know if this makes me cry. Did not cry. Okay, here we go. Sad animation. That's not sad. It's a singing whale. Well, here we go. Up. Come on, Pixar. Get them going. Yeah. It's so sad. She dies. I can't believe. Oh, I'm crying. I can't believe this is. This is what I want. Okay. We know that I can cry. Look at that. Oh, it's been a while. We can do this. We can do this. Now that I remembered what it felt like to cry, it was time for me to try and do it on command.
Day 3 of cry practice. I don't have a computer today, and I'm just gonna try to cry based on the feelings that I was having the other day when I was able to successfully cry. Now, I feel like I did all of the crying I need to do for like 2 months the other day. I don't have any crying left in me. I'm just too happy. My life has been too good. A little bit of action. Not nothing. I feel sad. I can't get tears. There's like slight tear action, but it's not like a rolling tear.
After a week of trying to squeeze out a tear with no luck, it was seeming like this was going to be impossible. And then, this happened.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! Finally! Oh my God! Oh, that's so great! Yes!
Skill learned.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Now that I'd gotten my first rolling tear totally unassisted, I thought it was a good time to start learning how to spin a basketball on my finger. Big shift in tone here, I know, but what do you expect? The goal? Get so good that it becomes second nature, and all I have to think about when filming the movie scene is producing a tear.
Right, day 1 of basketball practice. Here we go. Boom. Oh! Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. 2 minutes in. All right. This is gonna be a difficult skill to get the hang of. I think it's gonna probably be pretty tough to master, though.
Those first 2 days of practice were great. I was feeling confident, relaxed, and like I might be improving.
Hey, that was pretty good.
Then, on the 3rd day, the basketball started to tear up my finger, and I got very annoyed.
Ow! Keeps hitting my fingernail. Bleeding, what the heck? I didn't think this was gonna be a bleeding type skill.
On the 4th day, my fingers continued to get chewed up, and I didn't really feel like I was getting anywhere, so I decided to get some help.
Take you, go back to me, I'll bounce it, catch you on my neck.
This is Handles Franklin, a team member of the Harlem Globetrotters. If this guy couldn't help me, no one could.
You make that look so easy.
You'll be doing it in no time. You have a tendency to move your finger with the ball. The more still your finger is, the better. So I keep it firm and still. Second is you have to have a lot of velocity. The faster the ball spins, the longer it'll stay on the tip of your finger.
Is there a better basketball to use for this?
Definitely a regulation size. The smaller the ball, the harder it is to spin. So if you have a smaller ball, it's a lot tougher.
After hanging out with Handles, I had 3 things to focus on: getting a leather ball, keeping my fingers straight and still, and spinning that ball as hard as I could.
A leather ball is like so important for this. It's like actually enjoyable to practice. Nice. Oh, that's the best one yet. That was great.
At this point, the skill was finally starting to click, but the ball wasn't staying up nearly long enough for me to squeeze out a tear. So, to get more velocity with the ball, I started to toss it with both hands. This helped keep it up longer, but it still wasn't good enough.
Getting there.
Then I tried adjusting the position of my fingers so that they had more support.
But I'm just gonna commit to that today and see if I can get more consistent.
At first, this made it worse, but I slowly got used to it and my spinning really improved.
That was a good one.
At this point, I had figured out the right materials and techniques that worked for me, and now the only thing left to do was the most important part of learning anything: practice.
Today, I want to start working on spinning the ball while it's up on my finger to get it lasting as long as possible. Okay, I got my first tier the other day, which was awesome. It was completely unassisted. Rolling tier, baby! Oh yeah, baby! The key is just not to blink for like 5 minutes and then just try and look sad. Look at that. Yeah! Oh my God, that was so good! Today's the first day that I'm attempting to cry on command, not alone. Oh, it's raining tears, baby, yeah! Look at that!
Skill learned.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, I'll start not blinking. That's the key. Nice. Could you see it that time?
Yeah. Cry master.
Now that I could cry on command and consistently spin a basketball on my finger, there was only one thing left to do. Combine the two skills and become an actor.
Mind if I join you? You know, your father would have been really proud of you today.
Yeah. And that's how you cry on command? While spinning a basketball on your finger. Yes! That one was so good. Yes!
Challenge complete.
Alright, final thoughts on this episode. Yes, crying on command for me did largely depend on not blinking, but there was an emotional aspect to it as well. When I tried crying on command without also trying to feel sad, it was way less effective. Also, surprisingly, crying on command and spinning a basketball on my finger pretty much took the same amount of time to learn. Who would have thought? And lastly, for all the non-criers out there, I highly recommend giving it a shot. It feels pretty good.